With the new year underway, it's a great time to make some financial resolutions to help manage your money. And in an increasingly digital world, we can now know how to harness that power digitally with some really cool tools, thanks to the Financial Journal. In the year ahead says that using digital tools is going to be a definitely big way to make sure your finances are on track. And to help us with that, with some tips, is financial expert Farnoosh T. How are you, Farnoosh?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. That's a mouthful. And learning how to be financially successful in this digital world is definitely a mouthful and very hard too. But you got some great tips for us this year, don't you?
Yeah, and hopefully I can help simplify the process for all of us. Thanks for having me. I'd say the first step is to really go back in time and look at how you've been spending your money over the last 6 months. Nothing crazy, but I think 6 months is a really good snapshot that will tell you some of your habits, good and bad. And as you look at the new year, and hopefully you've identified some new financial goals, whether that's to save more or buy a house, that you'll decide with scrutiny which of these expenses deserve being carried over and which ones need to get the boot.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, unnecessary finances. But what about our tax season that's approaching us? What can we know and learn about that to do it smartly?
So learn from me. Don't do them yourself if you don't feel confident doing them. Taxes are, they're serious. They're serious, but the good news is you can enlist the help of a professional, a tax preparer. You can use a tax software that's relatively inexpensive. You can file for free online if you fall within a certain income threshold at irs.gov. So use the technology to simplify it for yourself, and chances are you'll get a more accurate return. And there are so many tools, right? So I have partnered with Capital One, and they have a great tool for their customers called Eno. And when it comes to tax season, Eno is very helpful. It's essentially an intelligent assistant. Proactively will go and get you a year-end list of all of your charity-related expenses so that you can apply them hopefully to your tax return and get some deductions. Left to our own devices to go back and look for these expenses on our own takes time. We might miss a couple of these expenses. So Eno helps you to save time, simplify it, and hopefully get a more accurate return.
So I think it's great that we're learning that. But I got to ask you, I'm getting a little nervous because we are now doing a lot of transitions, a lot of our tax things, a lot of different things digitally. Are we being protected with this?
Well, your protection is very important to financial institutions and websites. I mean, everybody wants everyone to be safe. I think that's, we can agree on that. As an individual, I think you should also take your own steps and try to be smart about where you shop. And if you feel like you're on a website that isn't quote unquote trustworthy, well, go do some research, right? Take a minute to go and research the site, look for reviews, check the Better Business Bureau website for any red flags, and then proceed with more of an education. And then also, I was talking about Eno. If you are a Capital One customer, you get to benefit from Eno. When you're checking out, Eno will create a encrypted replacement card number for you that is sort of a disguised card number that is still tied to your account, but from the perspective of the merchant, will not be decipherable or will not be visible. So that's great if you want to protect your card number.
So I think that's awesome that this is all going on, especially in this digital world of finances. How can people find out more?
For more, check out CapitalOne.com. And if we have time for one more tool, there's Capital One Shopping. It'll help you find discount codes before you check out, so you know you're getting the best price.
So I love it. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.